Speechwriter Mark Thiessen is with us. She is a columnist, Fox News political analyst. Kirsten Powers is back, and she is a journalist, Fox News contributor. A little bit of jet lag. Judith Miller is here with us, but you've been traveling a lot. Welcome, all of you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm getting on the safe school czar should be fired or resign immediately. Now, we have this revelation that we talked about, that he praised this guy associated with NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. He writes the foreword for a book, Queering of Elementary Education, and then he advises a kid, a sophomore, who's having sex with an adult, to, he didn't tell the authorities. He said, did you wear a condom? How does a person like that get in that position, and why isn't there more outrage by the rest of the media? Where are they?
I don't know where the rest of the media are, Sean. I do know that you have been very active on this and that even Kirsten agrees with you. As for me, I just wonder, where is the White House vetting process? I mean, this is a guy, this is a president who said he was just going to hit the ground running, and yet we still have about 45% of the... And we have incidents like this, so... And there's one after another.
We could still go into Holdren and Van Sustine and Van Jones. And last time you were on, you agreed with me that he should be fired, and that's before the most recent revelations. You were happy by the way, I kind of look at it as a badge of honor, but you're a Democrat. Yeah. You're a big Barack Obama supporter. What does this say about his judgment?
I guess the argument in defense of Obama and Jennings is that the kid was actually 16 years old.
But that's not what you... Well, let me correct it. Yeah. Jennings is the one that said it was 15.
Right.
This kid Brewster saying he was 16.
Yeah.
So
well, my response to that is so what? So the kid was 16 and not 15. What's the difference? I don't really see the difference, frankly. And if we were talking about a 16-year-old involved with an 18-year-old or something, that's a little different. And a 16-year-old, I don't think the appropriate response is, I hope you're wearing a condom.
Do you think I am wrong to demand he be fired and stay on this? And when you now get into the NAMBLA, the praise of this guy, Harry Hay, it throws me over the top, just like with the Roman Polanski thing. This is about children. This is about, he's a sophomore in high school.
Right.
It's poor judgment.
If this was a 16-year-old girl that was having sex with an older man, but I mean, people would be out. The whole country would be outraged about it. The fact that this is a 16-year-old child who is being abused by an older person, and the counselor says nothing but, "Are you wearing a condom?" is just appalling.
About that, actually, a lot of the people on the left wouldn't be outraged about it. I have a friend who works on age of consent, and you have a lot of left-wing groups arguing that a 13-year-old can consent to sex because because they want them to be able to consent to having an abortion, because that makes them a woman and they want to be able to have consent. I mean, that's how it's all sort of wrapped around. And your
party is out of touch with the mainstream of America.
I think these type of people are out of touch with most Democrats.
Yes.
I don't think that's, but it actually goes on.
The guy is in the White House. He is our safe school czar. It's mind-numbing to me.
Yeah. No, and I think, and the reason I would say he should be fired, and I don't like calling, for people to be fired, he may be a perfectly nice person. I don't know. I just think there needs to be zero tolerance for this kind of stuff, because when you start saying, like, the Roman Polanski stuff was so disgusting, and it's just appalling. The things suggesting that somehow
he raped and sodomized a 13-year-old girl that he pumped full of drugs.
Yeah, and you have all these people arguing it's not that big of a deal, and you just, I think it is a big deal.
I don't know if you want to go down this road. Am I right? Should he be fired?
I don't think I really want to get into this at all, because, this is not my area.
Your area of expertise. That is fair. All right, let me move on to health care. The CBO scores the Baucus bill, but these are preliminary numbers. We really don't know what this bill is going to look like, but it still won't insure, according to their own estimates, 25 million Americans. So my point is, what's the point? Why are we going to spend $1 trillion?
Come on, Sean. I think that the CBO estimate is good news for the Democrats, who thought that it was going to cover even fewer people and cost a great deal more.
You think this is good? Another $1 trillion on top of the $1.4 trillion deficit this year?
Look, I don't think it's good news, but I think the Democrats think that it's going to help their cause. That's what I'm hearing on the Hill, that this is really good news. So if this is what comes through.
This is a one-day good news story. The Baucus bill is dead on arrival in the House. House. The House is not going to pass anything without a public option. And what your problem is, Obama's problem is that the Democratic Party is split. You've got the far left who won't go for anything but the most maximalist public option liberal bill. And then you've got all these Democrats who were elected in Republican-leaning districts just by the skin of their teeth because it was a good year for Democrats. And this would be the death panel for their congressional careers to vote for something like this.
They want to get this passed before the election and Deeds and Corzine lose, because that's going to scare the living daylights out of Democrats.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, but it's not going to pass.
All right. Kirsten? Going to pass?
Is what? Well, I mean, something's going to pass. It's going to be a very watered down
Something's going to pass.
You think it won't be the government option?
If there's a public option, I've said this from the very beginning, it will be so watered down that it will be almost insignificant.
I think it's going to be a gift to the insurance companies.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to a topic that you love more than the last one. We'll take a break. We'll come back more with our great American panel. Is coming up straight ahead.
Ousting the public option. While Dems fight over their version of a health care bill, can the GOP come together to take the insurance alternative off the table? John Boehner has answers on